Lord have mercy. Did it take us long enough to get in here? Okay. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Share this motherfucking live right here. Look at my earring. Look like a fucking African Indian. Share this live, y'all. Share this live. Share this live.
Indian. I don't think I never heard of that one.
Share African Indian. Okay. Look, we're going to have to
do some research.
I
know it's a couple of them out there.
Okay. Share this live. Share this live. Share this live. Come on, you guys. Oh, my bad. Share. Share like, do you believe in life after love? Share this live, you guys. Okay. Share this live. You know who this is. I am Soupity Duper, your favorite neighborhood motherfucker, loctician, natural hairstylist, conversationalist, loctician. What else am I, CJ? Help me out.
Educator?
Educator. Look. Who? Boss. Big boss in this motherfucker.
Entrepreneur. Investor.
Look. I do make investments, not big ones, so don't start jumping in my DM about that shit.
Real estate.
I am a musician.
Real estate.
And real estate.
We speaking some shit into existence.
Please do. Look, and all around. Wait a minute. That's culture, motherfucking enthusiast, y'all. Okay. Y'all know who I got with me. Y'all know who I roll with. These are my road dogs. Who we going with first today?
I'm gonna jump in first because I don't want to argue with fam today. Big Daddy CJ. Y'all can follow my new Instagram at _.bigdaddy.cj_.bigdaddy.cj. Somebody put it in the comments.
I'm trying to get somebody get him a pen. If you know this nigga, pin shit up in the comments for me. Look, fam, this is the aesthetic man. This is the man that got me looking so good and so pretty for you motherfuckers on this camera. Okay, give it up for this man.
Appreciate you. Fam North, just Google me. But I do have a recording studio.
Pots and Pan, okay. Please.
Pots and Pan Audio. It's the recording studio. Tag Production is the live production, as you see right here. Live production. R&D Lab is the record label, and Nukem Enterprise, that's me.
Look, okay. So, where my motherfucking intro video at? Like, drop the video, okay?
Drop that intro, you say?
Drop the intro.
Damn, I looked fat as hell in that video.
You say what now?
I was fat as hell in that video.
Look, no body shaming.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we don't do that over here at the Super Duper motherfucker show. Okay.
That's facts. Plant burger is true.
Why? You know what we talking about today. I just want to talk about this lady right here. Wait, hold on. Here we go. This lady right here. Pull my laptop up, honey. Why this woman had this baby waxing 24 pussies in a day? Talking about she made 700 and how much money does child make? She say, hold on, let me click. She say, when I say that I'm passing out deeds and LLCs to my creations, I mean that. Miss Chloe did her thing today. She literally helped me wax 24 clients, starting from 7 to 5. She literally made a total of $744, and I'm going to put that money towards her dreams and aspirations. Go ahead and pull me back. Pull me back up, CJ. Like, look. You know that it didn't go that way, and I wish I would pull the video, pull the pictures up, but like I'm not gonna do it because it's damn the child porn. Okay, it's so inappropriate. But they locked her up for the shit. Pull my laptop back up.
And at first I just felt like I ain't really understand it like that. It wasn't that bad, but then I started thinking more on it, and I was like, ooh. When I saw the pictures, it was when I saw those pictures.
Yeah.
And I saw them pictures of that little girl.
In between the motherfucking legs of grown ass women.
A rock and a hard place.
Okay. In between the legs, like literally waxing. Like it's nuts. So it says investigation update. A warrant was issued on February 16, 2024, charging Jasmine Moss, 30, with child neglect. On February 19, 2024, the warrant was served and Moss was currently in jail. A bond has not been set at this time. They ain't even get his child a bond. What fam, is this the first time you're hearing this story?
Yes.
Like what you so the girl, she 5 years old.
The baby was 5.
5. She's teaching her 5-year-old baby
5 years old
how to do Brazilian waxes. Do you know what the Brazilian waxes entail?
Yes, unfortunately I do know.
Right, so you have to get the hair from everywhere
and
down there,
all up in there.
All up in there.
Wow,
okay.
5 years old
and 24 women.
Did she get a break?
I don't even look. Those are the questions that the show. I don't even know. I don't even know.
Yeah. This is my first time hearing this.
She was bragging about it. You know that this is what I'm doing for my baby. You know this is.
Well, I mean, I feel like she teaching her a hustle. Mm-hmm. I mean, she did teach her a hustle. And the only reason she got in trouble because somebody reported her, right?
No, she reported herself. She put it on social media.
Yeah, but somebody had to say, look at this shit.
Well, social media, like, I feel like everybody gassed her up in order to put it on social media.
Fact. So she set herself up, is what you saying?
Yeah. Like, although that it was wrong, it's a blessing that she did set herself up. Because, like, I feel like that baby probably was doing that shit all summer long.
I mean,
like she finally got it, and she was proud of her. She was like, she finally
5 years old.
I'm gonna leave her to it. I'm gonna let her, wax all day.
I need to see a 5-year-old just to see their capacity of how they think. I haven't been around a little kid in a minute.
If you see these pictures, you're gonna be like, what the fuck?
I don't want to see the pictures.
You're gonna be like, what the hell? Because it's just insane.
How long does it take to do a Brazilian wax?
Shit, not
one
even
person.
10 minutes.
So you got a 5 years old putting the gel on, putting it down, and just.
But it's just the fact that you got to,
no gloves, no mask.
Okay, that's disgusting.
And you have to touch the ladies, hoo ha, hoo ha.
Well.
Yeah, but like it got me thinking. Because my story, that's my show today is about the Motherwound, and it really had me thinking how because everything is connected. We were listening to Monique, and she was having problems with her son, and she basically told her son, well, she didn't. I didn't hear her say it, but like the article said, "Fuck them kids" is what it said. And, like apparently among the Generation X, who are like in conflict with our us and younger. Okay. So it's like the millennials and who after us? Is it Gen Z?
I guess.
The accountability is rolling up to X and they ain't trying to hear the shit. So the narrative is fuck them kids. And, I'm talking about why we can't get along. Look.
And that just shows you that, it's always going to be somebody that wants that world peace, but then it's also gonna be the motherfuckers that say, "Man, fuck that."
And the ones that's usually saying "fuck that" is the ones that's dead as wrong, and don't want to take accountability for it. So, yeah, I was looking at the woman that had a baby do that shit, and I'm like, this is. I wonder if she had her mom in her life. because for her to turn around and get locked up, hopefully Child Protective Services don't get in. It's like she gonna have to spend some time, away from her daughter, and her daughter gonna have to be without a mom for a while.
Facts. And what's fucked up about it is that this is America. You know what I mean? Because if you go to third world countries, anywhere over that, they got 5 years old working. Mm-hmm. We don't know what the fuck they doing.
Lord, hopefully it ain't that, but knowing the world, yeah, it's probably that.
Facts. So like, it's gonna always be two people to be like, I don't think she was wrong. Like, I think she was.
That's what I was hearing all over the internet. I was hearing motherfuckers, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Teach your children X, Y. It's like, I just feel like 24 pussies.
Okay, so you frowning up at the fact that it was her doing females pussies. If it was anything else, it would have been cool.
No, like my whole thing is what confuses me about the situation is like usually women, children, you try to teach them, how to like guard their gates.
Gotcha.
Okay. If you are exposing them that much, if you are exposing them that much to like touching everybody else's gates, then how can you tell them to guard their own?
I feel you. Okay.
I thought it wasn't like super duper wrong at first because I know like my aunt always told my cousins, her daughter, she always told them, you better know how to please yourself before you go out here trying to let a man please you.
Nice.
And also, I was like, oh, she was teaching her a craft, and I looked at it like it's grooming, like that's something that you have to do. But I do just think that she's just too young because she doesn't even have hair down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like you got me, like I don't know, like it's like I don't know.
But the growth of these young kids nowadays is. Like they see everything that was hidden from us when we were shorties. Now it's at the tip of their fingers. They can see that, bro. If they want to go see Pornhub, what's stopping them?
Yeah.
Somebody else told me they were like, okay, so now you got your 5-year-old doing that, and she go to school and now she's talking about coochies with her friends, and now the friends going home and they like, yeah, this girl was telling me about woo, and now that you got other parents, like it's causing a lot.
It's causing a lot. I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. It's causing a lot if we turn it negative by her going. Okay, you saying she going to the school and talking about it, and this is just what's the word I'm looking for? Hypothetically speaking, you know what I mean? She going to school talking about it to friends and everything. They go home and tell their moms, oh, she doing. Yo, from the positive thing, she being taught something. It's a hustle. I mean, granted, she waxing motherfuckers, but she being taught something at the crib, right? She ain't on her iPad, you know what I'm saying? Getting her brain fried.
Yeah, that sounds strange, fam, especially since, like, the lesson involves, body parts.
Facts.
Lower region body parts. Like, I can hear pedophiles saying the same thing, saying I was teaching them.
Gotcha.
Something, where it's like, it's giving grooming. Anything that you teaching a 5-year-old about, genitalia.
Gotcha.
It's like other than they own. Like it's like if you teach them about their body, then that should be between the mother and the child. Like it shouldn't be 24 other people involved in that. Who like I'm just a little thrown where it's like
what about the ladies that was okay with it?
That's what I'm saying. I was just about to say that. It's like, I just cannot believe the 24 women did not have a problem with a baby touching them and down there. Like I feel like that even
anybody touch them. Anybody touch their cootie mamas.
Like women, they got to go to gynecologists and all that shit. So like it's a little busy down there. But like observing, I think that would have been too much.
Gotcha. That's understandable.
Where it's like, okay, you don't need to be in here while this is going on. I could tell you what mommy does, but like you don't need to actually see it.
Facts.
Erica,
And was this on a weekend or weekday?
Shut up.
I don't know what day it was on. What did Erica say?
Erica said there's a difference between teaching a kid a craft and having them work. What about sight words? Can she be taught that?
Right. Right. It's like you could. I don't understand because it's like here it is. I'm teaching the kid how to hustle, and it's like she 5. Like, what the fuck does she need to know how to hustle for? And did you just say this? You said that what would stop her from going to school and trying and shit?
Well, that's what I was.
Like,
well, first of all, why wasn't she in school anyway? That's why I asked. Was it a weekend or a weekday?
Let a kid be a kid. Like, it's toys. It's put them in front of the iPad. Like, let a kid be a kid. Let them know mommy is working, but you ain't gotta. You shouldn't even be back there with that open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 5 years old.
So so we collectively can agree that this is abusive.
Definitely, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially for the 24 woman too.
Right, and like I'm more concerned about the effects that it's gonna have on the child. Like number one, being exposed to that much cock in a day, but then like to have your mama snatched away, as a result of it. And possibly you being put, they love.
And you not thinking that it was wrong because you're only 5.
Well, like the child, like my whole thing is like whoever is paying the bills, they the ones in control.
Understand?
And like I touched on that yesterday when I was talking to my sister, where it was like, sometimes you gotta, establish your power when it comes to these kids so they can understand. Where it's like, yeah, you man.
That's definitely true.
You man, and like I'm in control of everything. Like I created you.
Yeah, like I seen something that made me go home and ask my kids some questions, and just to see their reaction. Like, okay, cool, we good. Y'all can go back doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
I just had to make sure that was still there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. I asked him a couple of things, man. One of the main things I asked him, like, sometimes I would say something silly to see their reaction. See if they get silly with me or if one of them get out of pocket, you know what I mean? Just to see their reaction.
Right.
And, most of the time, they're respectful, man. Like, that's one thing I can say. They're respectful.
Well, I saw...
sometimes that shit be making me get a tear like, damn, I did so good, man.
I saw something else online, y'all. And it was similar, but this
shit.
video was involving a little boy.
Wait, it's a video?
Yeah. And like hopefully they don't shut my lab down regarding this, but pull me up. And y'all tell me what y'all think about this shit. This is playing out of my laptop.
That's not even...
It's picking up on my mic.
That feed not even coming through.
She thought she was gonna hit him.
Fuck wrong with you? This woman ain't gotta come in and teach none of you badass kids, but she do. But don't play with me, nigga. Make me get that call again. You ain't think I was coming up here on your ass. You look at I was trying to find you in that classroom. I will whoop you when you act up at.
So she definitely in jail right now?
They didn't say nothing about where this bitch was at.
She's still on the run.
I don't know. Like
they recorded that whole thing. Though.
I guess you can say that. Like you can agree that is definitely child abuse. Yeah.
I don't know if that was child abuse.
Arms slinging them all up like I didn't like that she kept calling him a nigga in front of that white lady. I didn't like that at all.
Did she stop her? She didn't say it.
Damn, why was my laptop?
Your feed didn't even come. Well, it came through.
Do I need to like take this out and put it back in?
Yep. Do that real quick for me, please.
Give me a second, y'all.
I should have just gave you the The wireless. Why didn't I remember the wireless?
What you mean? Oh, yeah.
That's how we been doing.
My cousin Janae Thomason, where you at anyways? Because I'm watching Super Live.
Girl, he on the live. That's what he controlling the cameras.
What's the tea, baby? You see me out here working.
He controlling the cameras.
Doing the big one.
So, like, yeah. A lot of people was confused as far as, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say confused. A lot of people saying that the mother was right. You know, and whipping that child like that.
Well,
Talking to him like that.
What did he do? What did he do?
What she said that he disrespected the teacher.
How?
I don't know.
Disrespect comes in many forms and many faces now.
It do.
Now,
Let's say it was wild, just as wild as her disrespecting that boy, snatching him out of that goddamn wherever he was, and beating him in front of the teacher. Let's say it was just as wild and disrespectful as that.
Establish all your power. Let them know you run everything.
That's different than, you know, a public humiliation.
Did you get your ass whooped?
Okay.
When you was a kid?
Not like that.
Okay.
Not like that. Like, I did get beat, but, like, you know, it wasn't no shit like that. Okay. You know, not at no school, not in front of, but like my mother, she was very concerned about public image and all that shit. You know, so like my sister, she don't have the same experience as me. But that's you know, like I'm gonna get into like you know, women's mothers' relationships with their daughters and shit like that. Like I'm touching on that, but like I didn't get snatched in front of people. You know, I definitely got cussed out. And like, you know, my mother, like, she definitely was just as like aggressive and masculine as this lady here. Okay. You know, but like it wasn't like I didn't never have that particular experience where it was like, okay, I got snatched out. But I wasn't bad in school either, so you know. I was kind of a goody.
I definitely was a bad. I was bad.
I was kind of a goody, you know.
But I remember getting those ass whoopings though.
Huh, okay, so you said y'all both think that there are some things that a child can do that can warrant that type of response.
My problem is the teachers, though. You know what I mean? Because my daughter come home every week talking about how racist her teacher be to her. You feel me? So it's like, even me going up there saying something, it's like, okay, we'll monitor it. Bitch, no, you won't. You won't monitor it. Because every little black kid had this teacher then told you this shit.
Yeah.
My daughter was telling me this shit about this school before she was even going to that school.
Yeah.
Because her cousin was going to that school saying shit. So it's just like, y'all really don't care. So at this point, if my daughter cuss you out, she cuss you the fuck out.
And I feel like, too, that's not her first time talking to him like that. Like,
oh, hell no.
So more so, I'm not saying like it's right, but I'm saying what did he do? Because he knew she was going to come up there like that.
On my soul.
And my thing is,
and when he seen her.
The way that none of the rest of them moved, like I feel like if he did something minor, like, you know, whatever, and you called his mom, it, like, they stood back like, get him.
Yeah, right.
So, not saying that it's right. When they saying get him, they need to be saying get him into a better environment because he gonna be like her.
Right. I mean, shit. They said that she said that he disrespected the teacher.
And where he get it from?
But like, I can see it's clear as day where he got this shit from.
She almost
you know,
the teacher on accident.
And the teacher jumped like. The teacher thought she was gonna hit her. Like what? I don't know.
That shit priceless, right
like
there.
I don't know. I do know. Like I feel like that is another in the same video as like what we did before, where it's like I literally could see where that woman. It's like you got some mother shit going on with you because you basically were completely blind to the fact, and I'm talking about the woman who let her baby shave 24 pussies. You know, like the blindness of that woman is the same blindness of this other woman. Where it's like you have your own ambitions at hand. Like her ambitions, the first lady was the money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And like she so focused on the money and her setting her child up that she forgetting that she a fucking child. And it's the same thing as the other lady where it's like her ambitions was probably the time having to be snatched from wherever the hell she was to come up to the school You know what I'm saying? And in doing so, now you like heightened to a point where you are overly fucking attacking a situation that, you know, you probably could have took that baby in the bathroom and whooped his ass anyway. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta snatch him all like that and cuss him out in front of everybody. And you know, it turns to this public humiliation style. Thing where he was like, this nigga just as disrespectful as you. Like you teaching him how to be.
Yeah, he lost his moms that day.
Well, like I said, this is why can't black people get along? It's because like even on issues like this that we discussing, like you gonna have people, you know, on the other side where it's like, no, he deserved it.
But I feel like
it's like, how do you think that a person can turn around and love you, be with you, and you behave that way towards them on some level? You know,
because we wasn't grown up. Well, let me speak for myself. I wasn't taught how to love.
Period.
I was not taught that it was okay to hug.
Look,
you know what I'm saying?
So, like, well, I'm gonna put a pin in. Let me play this video from Iyanla.
Damn, I was just getting emotional. And
look,
shit.
we gonna
put a pin in.
We're gonna put a pin in it. Iyanla speak. It's doing it again.
All right, take it out real quick. Let me go switch this. I'm just gonna switch this out. You play this last one like that, I'm gonna switch it out.
I was gonna say, I was gonna say neither one of them women I feel like.
Maybe I need to like. I'm sorry. I needed to change this. Let me see.
Because you couldn't have called your mama and said, I'm gonna go up here and whoop his ass in front of all these people. Your mama like, yeah, go. You couldn't have called your mama and said, I'm gonna have my 5-year-old waxing these coochies, and she like, okay, yeah, do it.
Right.
You know. But then I don't know, because you remember the mama and the grandma went up to the school to fight the lady.
Right.
So you never fucking.
Did y'all send me that?
I sent it to you yesterday, I think.
Okay, cause I'm gonna play that as well. Damn, why is this acting like this? It's always something. Give me a second, y'all. Like, damn.
Y'all want a dance break?
No. Is this the BMD HDMI?
Yep.
Right. So I don't know why they ain't playing.
Get pregnant by themselves. We need to have some bill where men are involuntarily sterilized. How about that? Can we do that? Just take your old weenie out, put it up here, let me.
Wait a minute, Iyanla?
Now like the weenie, honey.
That's number one. And so, but we have been programmed and conditioned and
Is you coming down for us?
Where our feminine
It's on channel 1.
and our presence as females is dishonored, disregarded, disrespected, just in the world, not just by men. And we've also been.
There you go.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, it should pop out the TV.
You playing?
We run our mouth all the time, talking about everything. Stillness. If a woman really understands and knows who she is, she can walk in a room and take control of every man in the room. How she walks, how she sits, how she talks, how she be. We don't know how to be women. We know how to do what women do.
When do you think that was lost?
For black women?
Of course,
you know we are in slavery. Because we had to diminish ourselves and our hearts. Who we were as women became dangerous because we were just raped and violated. We were subject to what anybody else wanted to do with us. We watched our fathers and sons be hung. A woman can survive a rape, but a man can't survive a hanging. So for a mother to watch her son be hung, or her husband or her father, and then have to not be able to say anything. So we lost our voice, we lost our dignity, we lost our majesty, and we lost our medicine. We lost it. My experience and my observation is that most women are men in skirts, meaning that the way their presence, their being, the way we roll in the world, it's very masculine because we've been conditioned and programmed out of our feminines. And when I say, I don't mean feminist movement in the world, I want to be a fireman or a football player. I'm talking about, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about how to be a woman in your being. What is the distinction between feminine power and masculine power? And we've been conditioned and trained to be men in skirts. We do everything like men. We compete like men. We, I said this on the R Spot a few weeks ago. I said, most women want their boyfriend to act like their girlfriend, chatting, shopping. But when the man comes home, what they meet is another dude. You know how women are up. It's just so.
Why do you think that happened?
And why do you think it's such a problem?
It's a problem, first of all, because the feminine presence is missing on this planet. That's why we got so much hoopla and conflammation going on with the weather, with the politics, because see, the old male guard is dying. That masculine patriarchy, it's dying off. And you see them fighting and clawing to hold on to power with that's the whole Roe v. Wade turnover. Oh, we gonna control you. We gonna control you and your hoo-ha. Okay. Like women get pregnant by themselves. We need to have some bill where men are involuntarily sterilized. How about that? Can we do that? Just take your old weenie out, put it up here, and let me whack on it.
My wife wants me to get a vasectomy, so I'm down for it.
We're not doing this with Charlamagne.
That's number one. And so, but we have been programmed and conditioned and raised where our feminine power and our presence as females is dishonored, disregarded, disrespected, just in the world, not just by men. And we've also been taught and trained that our softness is inappropriate, it's dangerous. Our emotions are inappropriate, and nobody wants to be bothered with that. So where do we go with that? How do we know? If a woman knew that her greatest power was silence, that's her greatest power, because then she can hear. But we run our mouth all the time, talking about everything. Stillness. If a woman really understands and knows who she is, she can walk in a room and take control of every man in the room. How she walks, how she sits, how she talks, how she be. We don't know how to be women. We know how to do what women do.
When do you think that was lost?
For black women?
Of course.
Of course, we are in slavery. Because we had to
Why'd you say like that? Slavery,
diminish ourselves and our hearts. Who we were as women became dangerous because we were just raped and violated. We were subject to what anybody else wanted to do with us. We watched our fathers and sons be hung. A woman can survive a rape, but a man can't survive a hanging. So for a mother to watch her son be hung, or her husband or her father, and then have to not be able to say anything. So we lost our voice, we lost our dignity, we lost our majesty, and we lost our medicine. We lost it. My experience and my observation.
Fam, can you make the connection to what she was saying as far as like losing her voice and her medicine and like her femininity and to the lack of love and like love expression that black women have been able to give to you as a man in your life, particularly your mother. Like you was just saying, how, you weren't taught how to love.
Nah. I felt
Like, can you make that connection?
Extension cord was love for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Getting my ass beat, being able to show off scars was love to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember. I only remember like the bad times of me growing up.
Right.
Pops coming home in the middle of the night beating me because he drunk. Mother not stopping him. You know what I mean? But my brother and my sister, they was sound asleep. You know?
So you was the one that they was like, we can beat this one.
Yeah. Pretty much. But at the same time, no matter how many times I got beat, I'm still running to them.
Right.
As a kid, because that's mom and pops, you know what I mean? That's what you mean. That's what you do. So, like, growing up, being a kid, it wasn't love to me. It was trying to figure out how to dodge
right
an ass whooping.
Right. So like I'm glad you said that because like that's how you get the lies and the deceit and like motherfuckers being sneaky, dishonest, like because like we make that okay in order to survive. And then, like, when we have conversations like these, and like I said, people are, conflicted as to whether these things are abuse or not. That's dishonesty doing the same thing.
Facts.
What you doing?
He gonna turn down TV.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, that's the same kind of dishonesty. So, it's like a coping mechanism that's like caving in on us.
Yep,
and
top,
it's
all the way up top.
Ruining the relationships that we have with one another.
Yeah.
What? That's for my computer?
No, that's just so the output of the A10 Mini goes to the TV so we can see it.
Yeah.
But remember, HDMI takes audio as well.
Right.
So we can hear it through there or through the speaker, but the speaker only comes in out through the mixer, so we wouldn't hear the computer.
So we're going to have to do that every time we play a video?
Yep.
Okay.
Once I install the speakers, we'll be good.
Right.
I just need 2 more weeks, and then we'll have the speakers. Press of a button. There we go. So I'm telling you, man, I want everything to be simple.
Yeah.
CJ won't have no problem. He going to have one iPad control everything. Like, yeah.
Oh, he's so simple.
What you think about what we saying, CJ? Oh, well, you had the same experience. Am I putting you out there?
No, I didn't get. I mean, I got whoopings. I didn't get my ass beat though.
I got my ass beat.
I didn't get like that. My dad, he literally was like, okay, we too old. Like, cause you stop because he's like, strip, lay across the bed. I'm not stripping no more. I'm not stripping no more unless you got a tip. Sorry.
Oh. What?
It was like, yeah, but I didn't get like beat like that. Like, I don't know. Like, my mouth was always.
I'm talking about like the love, the lack of love, the lack of affection, lack of tenderness, care, hugs, and shit like that. Like Iyanla, she's saying that women, black women in particular, like have a masculine, expression to they being as a result of slavery.
I can see that even when like with the term strong black woman,
right.
stuff like that, and my dad would always tell me because my dad was the total opposite of my mom.
Yeah.
My mom just never talked. She was always there. Like when I look back now, like being older, like she was always there, but she never spoke. Like she never really said much. She never had much input. It was like, get up, get ready for school. Like ooh, I remember like the nagging.
Right.
Like my mom. But like she never hugged us. She never said she loved us. But she was always there. My dad was the total opposite. Whereas like he was always there too. But it was more so like when you go over your dad's house. But my dad always talked to us like in trouble or in joy. Like he always talked to us. He always told us he loved us. Like he get an A for that. But like, if you see his report card, boo, it ain't all that. But with like, he always told us when my mom, we was like, yeah, my mom doesn't do this, she doesn't do that, and he was like, well, your mom didn't have her mom, so she don't know how to do it, and I was just like,
Right. That's pretty much what I'm saying about shit. Both of them ladies, low key. Both of them is given, that they like either and like not necessarily just like physically. It can be like you have a mom, but you don't have a mommy. You know what I'm saying? You got a mama, and mama is she gonna whoop that ass. Mama, we used to play whooping mama. Okay, mama coming in with that motherfucking belt.
No, my daddy. My daddy.
I don't understand how because like, and I don't understand how. Okay, you didn't have your mom.
Hey, Sharon
Who?
Toussaint.
My mom. But like,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
understand how that took you away from showing love, genuine love to your kids. Like I wasn't big on hugs because I never really been a hugger. Like my mom never hugged me, so I just was never big on hugs. I got into a relationship. This guy told me like, you're not affectionate. You don't do this. You don't do. And I started hugging him, and I transmuted that into my entire life. I hug everybody now. I didn't just hug him. So like I know you was hugging these niggas. So like why you couldn't hug your kids? Like that's what I couldn't like just wrap my mind around. So like I was always kind of.
She say it's hard to hear you, Big Daddy.
It's hard to hear me.
Can you hear him better, Sharon?
Is this a little better?
Is that better, Sharon? Keep going.
But yeah, I just didn't get that. Like, if you show.
And she said yes.
If you can show love and you just have to know how to learn. When you learn one skill, that skill is not for that particular thing. That skill is for you to take it and implement that skill into every aspect of your life that you can.
I mean, but like, even us doing this podcast and being a podcast of like majority men, and talking about this in particular, like we still wouldn't know, although that we have been affected by the mother wound, but like we still wouldn't know what it's like to be a woman that's affected by it. So like to insinuate that, a woman can just do what it is that you can do, as a man, it may not be so simple. You know what I'm saying? And it may not be like computed in that way.
It may not be simple, but you got to do the work to get to where you got to get to, because you need to show love to these kids.
That's that's their business. But I'm just pointing it out, and like I'm showing the similarities that that each individual thing has with one another, and like the way it's showing up in our parents today. With that video that we seen the other day, where it was like, fuck them kids. That's kind of masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like where the compassion at? Like if you knew that you was in a crisis, then you will understand that if you've been in a crisis this entire time, then you basically, raised everybody in a crisis. And like you make mistakes when you do that. So like I would think that you would have the same compassion, for your children as you would have for yourself. But
and for these niggas.
And
y'all hear that?
And for these niggas. Risa Tisa.
Risa ain't had
Risa
no kids.
Tisa.
She dodged her bullet.
But no, she dodged the bullet, but it was like, girl, if these women can be just as open, to healing themselves as Risa Tisa was for that nigga, okay? Because like she was taking a lot of shit. Okay, she didn't log out until the very end when it didn't even matter no more. It was like, girl,
she said he was paying them bills, Bookie. She said he was paying them bills, and that's what
debatable.
had her in the headlock.
That's what debatable. I believe that she said that just to not look as dumb as what she really was.
I feel like no, if you can't, I'm not gonna be with no nigga that's the VP of this company, even if I believe he the VP or not. If you tell me you the VP of this company, and okay, you finna quarantine at my place, then you finna pay these bills. So I don't think my girl went out like that. I don't think she was in there. She never once said the dick was good. She never once bragged on the dick. Like, now I could see like she like that nigga woo, but he was turning me every way but loose.
That's what make more sense.
She never said that. She never said nothing about the dick, and I was like, that's a red flag for her. Because, like, bitch, would you just want to be with something?
Yeah.
That's what it was giving me.
I don't know. I'm gonna play this video on. Oh, but like I need you to turn the volume up.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna do it until like you have done it. I'm not gonna play it. But yeah, I'm gonna play this video about the mother wound and basically show like how it affects black people and how it affects men in particular. You know, since we are men talking about this, and I hope that y'all don't think that we out of line, but it's happening.
Why would the fuck we be out of line?
If you're a black person, the relationship you have with your mom might be affecting you in some ways that you thought were normal or cultural. Let's get into it. A mother wound is considered having a mom that either was not there, either absent or passed away, or not emotionally attuned or available to you. And this can show up in black men and black women in different ways. Number one is the facade of perfection that comes from the mother wound. So in black women, this shows up as trying to be the perfect spouse, perfect wife, perfect mom, perfect sister, perfect friend, perfect employee. Because often mothers that are emotionally unavailable, black mothers are emotionally unavailable, that typically is because they're chasing that same patriarchal facade and that standard.
Let me stop right there because like that level of perfection that she's talking about can be seen, you know, in that lady performing in front of that teacher, beating her son. Okay, she didn't want her to look like a bad mother, you know, by not, chastising her son for being disrespectful. Like she wants to look like a champion mom.
Like, this ain't my fault that
Like
he
the
act
same,
like this.
absolutely.
And bitch,
And then
it
it's the
is.
same thing with the other lady that let her daughter wax 24 pussies. That she wanted to, you know, like have this level of perfection when it came down to her breaking generational curses and not being like the past people.
She said Miss Chloe has
Look,
Miss
Jesus.
Chloe made her money. Like, it was like, okay, honey, you're going to jail.
But look, she didn't, like, people don't be knowing they locked up and that they in pain like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and how it shows up in, you know, every single little thing that you do and how it's going to affect the child permanently, you know, themselves. So I'm just going to interject right there. Let me go ahead and finish playing this. Go ahead and finish playing this. Okay. What's happening?
Your video not playing.
I know.
Number one is the facade of perfection that comes from the mother wound. So in black women, this shows up as trying to be the perfect spouse, perfect wife, perfect mom, perfect sister, perfect friend, perfect employee. Because often mothers that are emotionally unavailable, black mothers are emotionally unavailable, that typically is because they're chasing that same patriarchal facade and that standard. So you're so busy trying to be a perfect version of all of these things that you end up emotionally unavailable to your children. And in black women, we mimic that behavior and try to be perfect and also end up possibly emotionally unavailable. In black men, this is why sometimes the standard is so high of picking a black woman to be with, and you hear black women say, oh, you want me to be like your mom, because that mother wound in him has him looking for that same perfection that his mom was trying to achieve. One of the other things that this shows up as is emotional mistrust. So if you had a mom that was always like snapping out or blowing up or whatever, what happens is you don't feel safe to trust her with your emotions because she can barely control her own emotions. So that can result in being emotionally shut down or not knowing how to create emotional boundaries in situations or in relationships, right? You can have anger that you don't know how to control, tears or anxiety that you don't know how to control, or you have a hard time trusting people with their emotions because that base was not solid. It also has relationship impact. So things like jumping into relationships that make you feel emotionally validated or needed. Again, black women getting into situations which he needs me, it's a potential situation I can fix him, or black men finding women that can fix you because you still feel that need for validation, right? It can show up as having anger when situations are not resolved fast enough. We see that happen in both black men and black women. That's why in Boondocks they said nigga moments, right? Someone steps on your shoe, they don't apologize fast enough, now you're about to pop off and fight. We see this happen all the time. Also, being overly critical of people is something that comes from a mother wound. Think about it, right? Being emotionally detached or being emotionally burned out, right? So in my next video, I'll talk about how you can heal that, but it is important to recognize that if you had a mom that was absent or emotionally unavailable, some of your patterns in how you think or deal in relationships may not be healthy, but that's just the first step. Once you realize it, you can start to heal.
Wait, I'm gonna jump right into the next one because this one is about black men in mother rooms. Okay, so listen to this, you guys.
Us how the father wound negatively affects boys and men. But today I'd like to briefly speak on how the mother wound may impact us more. Just like the father wound, trauma inflicted by our fathers, abuse, abandonment, emotionally or physically, the mother wound also affects the hearts and minds of men worldwide. Although I had an incredible mother, after my brother was murdered, she subconsciously guarded her heart from me. Instead of affirming me to do great things, she discouraged me from doing anything that was a risk. This eventually caused conflict between us, so I started searching for a nurturing love in unhealthy ways. When abused or emotionally abandoned by the first love of our lives, our mothers, we unfairly expect the women in our lives to give us what we long to receive from mom. And when they fail to give us what we didn't get from mom, the mother wound festers, contaminating our hearts with fear of commitment, resentment, and misogynistic behavior, just to name a few. However, when we take the introspective journey needed to heal the mother wound and wage the war within against trauma and not our mama, we discover the grace needed to forgive her, ourselves, and repent for the wrong we've inflicted on women. This will take time for us to unpack, but it's time for us to open up our baggage because we can't board the plane of our purpose with too many mental carry-ons.
I told y'all, man, this be my therapy session right here. You hear me?
Okay,
I'm
so since
serious.
this is your therapy session, fam.
We ain't gotta start with me though, but it's
No,
definitely-
you jumped in there. Since this be your therapy session,
it's
like
definitely my
what
therapy
do you think about
session.
these things that I'm playing?
Man, you know, I feel like they speaking to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I just feel like they speaking to me, cause I feel like I don't. If you ask me right now, I tell you that I don't have a mother.
Okay, me neither.
You know what I mean? Like, I just like that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I don't have a mother. Now, my kids, if I tell you when I'm finna drop them off tomorrow morning, I'm telling you I'm gonna take them to my OG crib.
Right.
But it's like I don't feel it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It's not there. I don't have it. I don't have that reach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I feel like that I need to, you know, find where I felt like I lost that, and I need to work on that for myself. Cause I feel like low key I can't approach my mother or my father right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like mentally, I'm not there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just can't do it. I can't.
Do you still feel like a child? You know, like when it comes to them, like I feel like I had like child complex, and I be like, oh, I want to go talk to my mom, but like, oh, I want to go talk to talk to her. Is this, you know, what I?
Nah, man. What I feel like, you know what? Yeah, I do. Like I feel like I'm a baby, and I'm just looking at them like, to me, like they're monsters, and I'm the Looney Tunes. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel so little. You know, but besides little,
that's kind of adorable.
Mentally, it's like I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing as what they saying pretty much. That like, you know, that emotionally unavailable thing, you know, that showed up in so many ways because like it, you know, causes aggression in so many ways to where like we act out and perform, you know, directly from it. You know, and like we condone it, you know, in our neighborhoods to where, you know, we say, oh, well, if this happened, then you do this. And if that happened, then you do. And it's just a bunch of people that, you know, ain't in tune with the way they really feel. And, like, jump into the easier things to do in order to express like the energy of like actually feeling something at all. You know, you'd rather turn it into, you know, hateful words or fists or, you know, something like that rather than, you know, being quiet and like actually feeling what you need to feel.
And I think that's my problem. Like, I be quiet. I don't want to address it.
Right.
That's just me. It's be like the wife would be like, your mom's about to come over. I'd be like, cool, I'm finna grow up. I'm finna go.
Yeah.
I'll holler. Call me when they leave.
But that's I was gonna say too, that's like, you know what I'm saying, like when you get into a fight in high school, you know what I'm saying? It was all this, rah, you knew why you wanted to fight and all this, then y'all get in the office and it's the two of y'all and y'all talking with this mediator and it was no real issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all picked the easiest thing to do, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying? That, cause don't run up on me. But I was just, that came to my mind to share.
Yeah.
I also feel like my mom is old school. Like, I feel like if I would approach her, it'd be like, you know, that never happened.
Yeah.
Like, why you lying?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you
I
know
did the
what
best
I'm
that I
saying?
can.
So, and that's how it was growing up. So it was like, why do I even want to go through that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I just take it for what it is and I live life.
Mm-hmm.
I just make sure I don't do that to my shorties.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's teaching me, but you know, it's something that mentally, man, I gotta hurry up and fix that part of me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I feel what it's doing to me, and it's not gonna be good for my family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's literally detrimental to everything.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why I was saying, like Fam said, like his parents treated him like this, so he makes sure that he doesn't treat his kids like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying more so with my mom, like put the two and the two together and get four, bitch.
yeah.
Get the four.
Look, I got a video that kind of touches on
shit.
that. Well, two actually, but like I'm gonna play this first one. Where, you know, they talk about the lack of accountability, you know, when it comes down to the inability to, like address, you know, the very things that come up as a result of the mother wound. And, like black women, they really feel like that they've, you know, done, and they've been holding everything down. They've done, you know, all that they can. Like they really have. You know, but like it's a hard concept to grasp where like the fundamentals of, you know, doing came from a masculine place, when like the masculine place that rendered them emotionally unavailable, and like not being available caused a chain reaction to so many other things that we experience among each other. You know, to the causes the very man that they don't like, you know. He's created from this very thing, where the problem is like you really can't channel two energies. So like they really didn't have a chance, and you really can't blame them. Like this is not saying, oh, you know, you're to blame to this for this, but like being accountable is realizing that regardless of whether you knew or whether you did not know, you know, this is what came as a result of it, and this is why we're experiencing what we're experiencing. You know, it's a level of maturity that that ensues to be able to have this type of conversation. You know, so you can finally see me, and like I can finally see you see me. You know, if that never happens, then like the cycles never, you know, reverse into a different time split of understanding type thing. Right. You know, so I'm gonna play this video. You ready?
To hear a parent say, do you know what I sacrificed? Everything I gave up for you.
All I tried to do was explain to my mother that she traumatized me, and all I got was, you had it good. Everybody knows you had it good. You had clothes on your back and foods on your feet, and you at where you at in life because you lie and make stuff up. No, I'm here because you lied, you make stuff up, and you were a bad mother. Like, I never will understand why our parents think that they didn't traumatize us at all, and why their feelings are so much more important than ours when we've taken so much time to understand why they're the terrible people that they are. We get it. Your life was hard. We just don't want to keep suffering the consequences for what you had to go through. I'm sorry that you went through what you went through, but that's not my fault. Especially when I, as your child, who also didn't ask to be here, I don't understand when I became a punching bag, why I became a punching bag. Why you not punching your mama? Yo, daddy. It's your trifling sisters and brothers that you're really mad at, because last time I checked, you never had anything positive to say about my aunts, my uncles, or my cousins whose faces you'd be smiling up in every single day like you like them, when we all know that you don't. Because not for nothing, but my mom is fake, and she been fake my whole entire life, and she didn't do nothing but talk about everybody and constantly had me around these people that she claimed were so horrible, and I bet the entire family is still wondering, I wonder why we never saw him. Well, guess what? That's because my mama never had anything nice to say about y'all, even though she was constantly inviting y'all all over every single family function and was just showing up at everything. How you doing? She don't really care. But God forbid I say, hey, I just wanted to be treated like a human being, and I would rather you love and respect me as a person that you chose to have with somebody that didn't do nothing for you, but instead you want to cuss me out. And still be emailing me to this day, Mommy loves you. No, you don't. And what really stuck out for me when she was like, everybody knows you had it good. Ow! So you wanted people to think a certain way about you. That was more important than you being a good parent, than you loving yourself, than you loving your child. You had to put that raggedy old dusty man that didn't offer you nothing ahead of yourself and your baby. And you want to sit up here and call me your miracle child. You didn't even want to have kids. And I get it. We all get it. Their life was so hard. But honestly, at this point, I don't think any of us care anymore. And it's really because a lot of our parents have pushed us to the point of no contact. Y'all pushed us to the point where now we really will fight you. I would testify in front of a federal court judge that my parents were terrible parents. I would do it today. Yes, Your Honor, they're terrible. And it's so crazy that, like, for a lot of us, it takes us completely cutting off our parents and going through a bunch of horrible stuff in order for us to get a backbone. Why did my backbone have to come from me cutting off my mother? Like, do you understand
weird shit.
What that is? Like, that is a real life difficult decision. And I did it, and I would do it again.
To hear a parent say, do you know what I...
Look. All right, let me see. I'm playing next one. Oh, no.
Once again,
my bad.
remember,
Hold on, I'm going to start over. You ready?
Once again, remember, the entire civilization is built on keeping the black man and the black woman apart. When I first came out doing the Black Man's Guide back in 1990, people was fighting with me. They was having protests. It was like that thing you saw there with Kavanaugh. People be outside pushing and shoving to get in the studio. It was awful, okay? These were black women. That's what I'm saying. Everywhere I went, it was going on. And they was having town hall meetings about me. The whole thing. They had T-shirts. Right, all that stuff. And the band shirts out Ali. I got one. I saved. But at any rate, this went on for about 6 months. And then it took a curve. The women and the men started listening to me. The women and the men start coming to the meetings together and talking and trying to get things worked out. That's when they took me off television. Because the enemy is not going to let nobody put the black man and the black woman back together under no circumstance. Once again, remember.
I think that was the wrong video, but okay. Sherazad Ali, that whole response that she was just talking about, she wrote a book, and it was basically breaking down the accountability that the black woman has to have when it comes down to being in a relationship with, the children and the men. And that whole response that the man was just breaking down, was the equivalent of a response that she was given to writing the book.
Gotcha.
Okay. To where like a lot of these ladies, feel like I did what I could, you got what you got. I ain't got nothing else for you. You're ungrateful. You got me fucked up.
That's what Monique's son said.
Basically.
That's what Monique's son said.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm giving you what I have, and if it's not enough, make it enough. What Smokey Mama say? Make it enough.
Yeah, period.
What's this? This ain't enough.
Then don't let you tell them, hey, I went out into the world and this wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, you shaking the table. Like, bitch, I'm letting you know what these people done told me.
Yeah.
Girl. But
Well, you got anything to add to the fam?
He was letting that shit out.
Who?
Dude.
I mean, he was hitting on, everything that I said. Like, my situation rendered me to the point where, like, I don't have anything nice to say. And I think I just told you this yesterday, CJ. You know, where like I don't have anything nice to say. You know, and like everything that I would have to say, it would be inappropriate. You know, as far as like a, you know, mother son relationship, where it's like I would rather, you know, just call it.
Call a spade a spade.
Yeah, call it spade and call it even, and you know, walk away from it. Because like I don't want to be that person to, you know, be, you know, behaving in that way, you know, towards my own mom. So yeah,
yeah, I definitely feel like sometimes like second guess myself in a sense. Like I don't even know how to explain it.
second guess yourself as far as, well, I mean, I guess that would be the perfection thing
Like
she was
saying,
like explaining.
If it like, what I mean by second guess is like, maybe it's just me tweaking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just like certain things. It's like I answer my own questions. I'd be like, maybe it's me tweaking, but then I'll remember a time when a certain question was asked and that answer that came that way was like, damn, okay.
You're like, I'm not tweaking.
Yeah,
What
you
the
know what
fuck
I'm
it
saying?
is.
Like, maybe I just want it to be okay.
Damn, I cannot
But I'm still
find-
afraid to adjust. I'm still afraid to approach the situation.
Right.
And even everything like that your parents do, like how they do respond, like a kid takes in how their parents respond to any situation, not just with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they taking it in because they feel like that's my parent. That's how I should respond. You know.
Right.
Facts.
And
But I say that to say they great to their grandbabies. They're they're great to that, and they can have all that.
But I just sit
They're
and
great.
think like with this whole journey of starting cutting hair and doing locks.
Right.
Like I would be like so hard on myself, like, oh, it's hard. Like not that I can't do it. It's just that just it's hard. Just having all these different thoughts in my head, like, oh, this is so hard. Oh, I'm not getting it. And Super just be like, you got it, or you're doing well, or you just like with a little tip, like you're getting it. He tell me like you're getting it, and I just think of like if I had that coming up, like if I had somebody that wasn't like, if Tommy had 3 apples,
Facts.
you know, somebody that was like,
yeah, I
you're
remember
getting
that.
you're getting it, or like that, like how that would change the way I think, you know,
And
like how,
where you are in
you know?
the world.
And low key, that's how I used to raise my shorties like that, to where it took the wifey letting me know, like, you always said you didn't want to be like your parents, but yet look at what you doing. And it's like, damn, okay, cool.
yeah.
But
I like her. I like a
like-
wife that checks.
Look.
Huh.
Okay.
But at the same time, it was like, okay, cool. So how can I do better if I don't know better? How do I teach if I don't know how to teach?
Right.
How do I talk if I don't know how to talk? How do I show love?
I feel like it starts from within. Like you teach, you start off, you teach how you would want to be taught. You talk how you would want to be talked to, you know?
Right.
Just, and then being open with giving that, you know, like, hey, I don't know if this is the best route, but this is the best route that I could think of. So you going into it thinking like that, and you're optimistic, so you're listening to the person, and you talk to them how you want to be talked to, and you can kind of just feel them out, and now you see what's receptive to them, I guess.
Facts.
You know?
Right.
Facts.
Wait, hold on.
Fuck 'em. What
Wow.
you said?
I'm trying to find the,
That was
like,
quick. We talking about inner thoughts, and it's like, fuck my thoughts. No, it's fine.
What's sexy red say?
So
Fuck my baby
yeah,
dad.
but I definitely feel like, okay, so you know, love how you want to be loved. But it took me a minute to learn that. It actually took me reading the Bible to learn that on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so many times, me and the shorties, like, I would have them. They had to go do a Bible verse and bring it back to us by Sunday, and they had to teach us a lesson. And everybody had to say what they learned. You know what I mean? When we sit at the dinner table, you got to say one thing that you love about each person that's at the dinner table.
And I like that because that's also is teaching them, of course, how to read, gain information, and be able to regurgitate it, but also listen. It's like I read the passage, you read the passage, you read the passage. We all have three different perspectives that we got from it, So that's also teaching them to look in different avenues and not just think like more so outside of the box. I guess the box that you put your own mind in.
Jayana had her first. Well, I seen her first wrestling match the other day. Right?
Did she tell that hoe up?
Oh, she told that nigga up.
Period. Yeah.
She told that nigga up. He wasn't a nigga though, but she told the boy up. Anyway, so I'm sitting there as a father, right? Soon as the whistle blow, I can't fucking move. My body was just like, I'm over there like this, like till the whole match was over with. When the match was over with, I looked at the wife and I was like, take me to the washroom real quick.
You say this your last match you coming to?
Yeah, like, well, not that. She held it down though, G. Like, she was throwing this little boy around.
You think I'm finna lose in front of my mama and my daddy? I'm finna tell some shit up.
Listen, when she came home, she was like, Pops, I'm in wrestling. I waited to the nighttime, and I told her because I used to do wrestling too. So I said, let's wrestle, let's go.
She told you up?
Hell no.
Oh, okay.
That's not happening. I'm not going to let it happen because she has to learn and understand. I'm teaching her a few pointers. Like, you throwing all your might at me right now. You finna get tired. And I'm just finna flip you and pin you. Look for Pacific.
Okay, well, that's a good segue into this to get back on track. But that's a good. That's
flip
a good.
And pan. Flip and pan.
Let me play this video. Because I seen Michelle Obama talking about parenting, and she was saying something similar to what you saying, but you saying in the physical aspect, and she was saying in the emotional aspect, where like Kelly Rowland, she was saying that she would want to be her child's friend, and Michelle Obama said like, no, it's not up to you to be her friend. You have to like basically show her, basically what you were just saying about flipping her ass. So. Check this out.
Friend too, or do you just put yourself in the parent box?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm the parent.
That's a
you
no.
do as I say.
This gentle parenting then, Mrs. Obama.
But Kelly, this is the thing. It's like once you decide you want your child to be your friend, now you're worried about them liking you.
That's right.
And there's so much of parenting that has nothing to do with them liking you. So much of what you're going to have to teach them is counter to what they want.
That's right.
With a friend, you want them happy all the time.
Yes.
Your kids have to learn how to live in their unhappiness. They have to learn how to live with unfairness, and they have to learn it in their house. Their first bout of unfairness can't be at school, or when they're 30.
Oh, gosh,
you want them to understand.
Isn't there a part of you that wants to be a trusted friend too, or do you just put yourself in the parent box?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm the parent.
That's a
you
no.
do as I say.
This gentle parenting then, Mrs. Obama.
But Kelly, this is the thing.
I want to jump right into this because it's like I want y'all opinion on something. No. I'm gonna play one more, and that's the fuck the lady. The lady saying
has
fuck the
nothing
kids video. Because like what Michelle Obama just said, how is that any different than this? And I this is just my playing devil's advocate, okay? So like listen to this.
Fuck these grown ass kids, part 7. So someone left me a message yesterday and they was basically calling me a liar, saying that they can't believe that I don't have unconditional love for my children. Well, baby, believe it. Let me tell you something about me. I am 56 years old. I have been up the hill and down the hill with some ungrateful, disrespectful ass kids. I refuse to go through it at this age in the years that I have left on this earth. You will be in the hospital sick and die and go to heaven or hell, and your kids, I promise you, will only grieve you for a little while and cash in your insurance money. And they won't think about you until your birthday. So yes, I can say fuck these grown-ass kids and my love come with condition, because I will not sacrifice my happiness for someone else to be happy. I refuse to be miserable so someone else can have peace. No, fuck these grown-ass kids. Fuck these grown ass kids.
So tell me the difference between what she's saying and what Michelle Obama was saying.
It's me. So from what I feel from the difference between the two, Michelle Obama more so spoke. She was very stern as well. Like I feel like both of them were very stern in their stance. But Michelle Obama was saying it was out of love, but it was out of like knowing how life works, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This lady is more so speaking. It sounds
bad.
like from a hurt place. Like she's saying like Michelle wasn't saying. She was saying Michelle Obama was saying fuck what them kids won't.
No way, though.
She was saying fuck what them kids won't.
Mm-hmm.
She's saying fuck them kids, and I think that's the difference.
So now I'm going back to where we did the feminine energy and the masculine energy.
Right.
I feel like Michelle Obama gave me the feminine energy, and the other lady gave me that masculine energy.
Right.
Like, but I also felt like she had a hard time with her kids. She probably was the only parent. Michelle Obama probably was her and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So she had a point to where she like, man, fuck these kids. I'm tired of giving these niggas rent money.
Right.
I'm tired of bailing these niggas out of
Right.
jail.
Right.
Fuck them niggas.
But to say they only gonna think about you on your birthday, that mean, baby, you ain't worth nothing worth thinking about.
Facts.
You don't think that you're nothing worth thinking
Facts,
about.
that's true.
So, cause you gonna think of me, boo. Think of me when I'm gone, baby. What they say? No, I was gonna say lean on me. That's not the song.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely not the song, but that's what I got from it, though.
Yeah. I feel like Michelle was talking directly to the kids, and she was talking directly to grown people who probably have childlike mentalities. That means that she probably didn't raise them. That means that she probably is experiencing like herself and the things that she didn't do, and like she just don't feel like doing them any further. Where it's like, y'all, there's a point where like you get to she might have messed up in her earlier years, and like there's a point when like kids become adults and then they ain't trying to listen no more. Like, they're gonna do shit their way. They're gonna fuck up. They're gonna be like everything that you do not want them to be. Because like they are designed in that way to like not want to listen to anybody. But like the question then becomes, like, does the direction that Michelle Obama was talking about, does that like just disappear because these people aren't who you would want them to be? Like, does your like, are you no longer the responsible, for people just because they grown?
People that you brought into this world. That's what that's my daddy.
Right.
That's my daddy right there.
Because like that's literally the conflict that I'm explaining. Whereas if we can't get along, and if you aren't no longer responsible for me as a parent, I can't call you when I'm grown anymore.
Hey, listen, my son told me when he 18, he out. And he said,
that's usually the narrative, though.
And he said, because I'm 18, I can make my own decisions.
Right.
And did you tell him that when he fall on his ass that door would still be open? I
didn't have to say that because he know what it is. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I may act tough, but I got a soft heart. You know what I'm talking about?
CJ, like even with that being said, like what you said, like the door will still be open. Like most people don't say that, and they'll say, "Well, you know that." It's like,
no, I'm gonna let you know. It's okay. It's okay. If you can't take it the way that I'm not. Everybody learn different. If I'm teaching you in a way that you feel that you're not picking up on it, and you say, and we're having a conversation, because I in my head I feel that I'm gonna talk to my kids. We having a conversation, and you telling me, oh, you feel like this way better, and this the way I'm. Go for it. Like, I don't know every way. I only know the ways.
That's something different than what I'm saying.
How? They saying when I'm 18, I'm finna be out of school. Go for it. And when you come back, because in my opinion, I think that I ain't gonna say that. I guess that's me putting bad juju on them. But when you fall on your ass, I'll be here.
That's something different than what I'm saying.
What you saying?
I'm saying in regards to the parents is concerned. Like, the last few videos I just played was, basically parents to defending their stand, so not being, willing to accommodate kids any further than 18. Okay? So, like, with that stance, you saying, oh, well, you know, if you fall on your ass, then my door will be open X, Y. You know, your hypothetical kids, you ain't got none. Okay. You know, but, like, the running narrative is when that would even happen, I can hear my mother now say it right now, like, with me not, you know, being in any kind of relationship with her, where you know that my door is always open. And, like, that's just the bold-faced black-ass lie. You know, and it's no different than, you know, the woman saying fuck them kids. It's no different than, you know, the other woman, you know, saying, you know, or the guy that was just explaining like all those, you know, defeats and challenges that he was having, you know, in his relationship, you know, with his parents, where, you know, they just aren't able to sit with the things that they haven't, you know, done and like feel them enough to feel you or to hear you.
And I feel that one thing, I think maybe it's because I have high hopes for my mom. Like, I just feel like at with this relationship that we have now, we can more so start the process of debunking and smoothing everything out that was swept under that rug. You know, and my mom, she's never a person that said this to me ever, like, because she just wasn't emotional. Like, my door is always open to you. You know, like she never said it, but I feel that with her. Like, just because, like I said, she was never vocal, but she was always there. So, like, some people's actions, I guess, will speak louder than their words. But, yeah. We'll see.
Part 2.
Yeah, like, the question, you know, like, my point in, like, having this conversation is, like, this is only one of the many obstacles that, you know, we face as black people as a challenge, you know, as far as our relationships is concerned. And we don't have no resolve, you know, to these things, because we're talking about people who, you know, aren't able to, like, either give or receive the things that we're asking for because they haven't been given them themselves. You know, so in turn, you know, without being able to hear, see, and like feel a person, like the challenges, you know, like it ain't no resolve in that, you know, especially without professional guidance and intervention. And
you know, I want to thank the Super D Duper show, because I definitely been going to therapy session.
Beautiful, you know, but like, you know, your mammy need to go.
Who?
Your mammy, your mama need to go. You know, that's the only way.
She has to understand that she has
faults.
Yeah.
Like, but see, that's so funny that you say that, because like, you don't get that boy, Monique's son. He said some shit with that. He said that you are not a martyr just because you understand your faults. Like, being accountable is you, like, actually burning calories towards those faults to make a real difference and a change. You know, like, just because you understand, like, where you falling short at, don't mean that you winning in some type of sense. It's like, no, you still got a lot of work to do as far as, like, what consequences and what a tyranny you really causing, you know, as a result to you being inadequate in this world.
Yeah, I don't think some of the older, like our parents, some of them are okay with recognizing that. Not a lot of them is going to be like, all right.
Because y'all let it be okay.
Let's go recognize that. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just how I feel like not everybody going to agree. Like right now, how I'm saying, I bet I need a therapist. How do I know they're going to say they need a therapist?
You know, my whole thing is like, it's not really for you to agree or disagree. We're not talking about something like of the hypothetical substance. Like, what's real is the disconnect that we have with our mothers, our parents, our fathers, each other, like everything around us. So like, if you are still in the place of disbelief, then like something is wrong with you beyond therapy. Because like the shit is rendering you blind, deaf, delusional, and in denial, to where it's like you can't even believe the reality that's in front of your fucking face. So like I think that like at this point like we a little bit beyond that, especially as like nigga, I'm gonna be 40 this year. Like niggas is getting old, and like I'm talking and looking at people 20 years my my senior, 20 years my like behind me and before me, both my nieces and my elders, and the elders don't know how to be elders, and the kids want to be grown. So it's like, how do you step in and try to convince anybody of anything otherwise, other than, trying to be the example and like trying to be available for people that want to listen, eventually.
I feel like all parties would have to be there because everybody does have their own separate reality. And you have to literally be there because what you're saying is not invalid. It's a piece of this puzzle.
Right.
And your story and your feelings and everything is a piece of this puzzle. So if we bring all these realities together just in a room so you can kind of be face to face and see where somebody at.
Yeah.
And what, like you said, see them.
Yeah. It's literally what Yana said. Like, shut the fuck up and sit still and feel. That's it. That's literally the template of like channeling feminine energy. Because she said, if you sit still, shut the fuck up and feel, then you're going to be told what to do. That's something greater than, you putting your hands on some shit. If you allowing people to express themselves, here it is that you cause all this regard and result as a part of, your dismantlement, your brokenness. Then like you going forward and doing the same thing and putting your hands on shit. Like, no, bitch, you got a bad habit of putting your hands on shit. You probably need to sit your ass down, listen, and give a hug when a bitch say something this time. Don't say shit. Shut up. Allow motherfuckers to say that. I hear you. Please forgive me. Like all those kind of things. Like,
it'd be like family. Be like, I love you. I love you. I love you. Do you like me? Because
well.
When you,
it's a strong word.
Once you don't like somebody, everything they do irritates you. A bitch adjusts themselves in their seat, and you like, You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so
yes.
Anything that I'm saying, you closed off to it. You know what I'm saying? So you already balled up in the face.
Yes.
Bitch. And now I'm balled up back. So now how do we end it?
Other than walking away, because it's like...
I am a little hungry.
Yeah, I'm definitely hungry. We've been on here for an hour, 30 minutes. We're going to put a pin in here. She say true.
True, we're going to put a pin
Sharon Toussaint is back. But like, we're going to put a pin in here. Sharon, we're going to say goodnight to you and thank you for logging in. And please share this live if you can for me. Y'all going to introduce yourselves again? I want y'all to play my intro on the way out as well.
Fam North.
Let me get a fade on that. But like, go ahead. Fam North.
Fam North, Pots and Pan Audio, Tag Production, the R&D Lab, Nukem Enterprise.
Why you sound like you're sleepy?
Because I'm tired.
I've
been here since 6
I'm gonna need you to pep up for the camera. Sharon said goodnight. So like you can pep up for Sharon.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Yo, what's up? It's Fam North, baby. You feel me?
Thank you.
Pots and Pan Audio, Tag Production, the R&D Lab, and Nukem Enterprise.
Amen.
Let's work. First deal is always on your budget. After that, you gotta pay my fare.
Oh, okay. That sound like she said that's better.
I know that's right.
Look, go ahead.
I was gonna come and get y'all Chris Michaels, but I guess I give you Big Daddy CJ. This is Big Daddy CJ. You know what I'm saying? Clocking out. Follow my new Instagram. Check out my raps. Comment on my raps. Let me know if I was eating them up. My Instagram is _.bigdaddy.cj_.bigdaddy.cj.
Look, play my intro as an outro, and we gonna leave with that. Okay.
TB, like you told me.